What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. Tyson Fury responds to the Deontay Wilder diss about his unknown opponent. He had this to say via Instagram. He says, "This is a big kiss to @TheBronzeBomber, aka the Big Jealous Dawser, Bum City hashtag I'm the king of the world." Wow. Okay. This is a response to Deontay Wilder blasting him last week, and calling his choice of opponent bullshit at its best. Okay. Now, he gives him a big kiss, meaning, you're a bum. I'm the king of the world, and you're jealous of me. So he's insinuating that Deontay Wilder is jealous of Tyson Fury. I don't know if jealousy is the right word. Maybe envy? Because what Tyson Fury is doing, he's handpicking opponents, okay? No doubt about it. They're picking less threatening opposition before the big fight, with Deontay Wilder with the sledgehammer in his right hand, right? And I think Deontay kind of a little bit envies him because he had a lot of easy pick'ems, a lot of cherry picks for a very long time. He picked some guys with a name. He knocked some guys out with a name. Like Duapas and Spilka, guys like that, though. But those were never top guys. But at this point, if you look at it, I think now Deontay Wilder doesn't like what Tyson Fury's able to do because he can no longer do it. Because all eyes are on Deontay Wilder. And Tyson Fury is seeming to do things like he doesn't give a shit. Like he doesn't have to obligate fighting anyone with any type of name whatsoever, because that's what he's proved to us. You go to fighting, you're fighting now Otto Wallin, then Tom Schwartz. Just because these guys are undefeated doesn't mean that it's a good win in your book. It means nothing. And I think Deontay Wilder, that angers him because once upon a time, he was that guy that could fight these guys that no one knew who the fuck they were and get away with it. You know what I mean? Now he has to fight guys like, Ortiz rematch and getting pressured into fighting guys like Dillian White and stuff like that. People are biting at his heels right now, and he can't do it. So I guess if Deontay Wilder's saying like, hey, motherfucker, if I can't cherry pick, you shouldn't be able to cherry pick, but he's able to do so. Now, me thinking about this, the rate Tyson Fury is going, the onslaught, the back and forth with these guys, creating insults at each other. For one, it builds for the potential fight to come. That's if Deontay Wilder can get past Luis Ortiz. That all this hypes the fight up even more. If you think the shit talk in the first fight was something, this is only building to be a whole new level of shit talking. You know what I mean? A whole new level. That's what I see. But I will say this. Regardless of what people feel about Deontay Wilder, his resume is better than Tyson Fury's now. Before he fought, when he only fought Ortiz, before he fought Fury, yeah, Fury had him because he had the king. He's the old king slayer, right, of Klitschko. But what has he done since then? He drawed with Fury, and you could argue that, hey, he really beat Fury. But besides Fury and Klitschko, who else does he have? You got 1.5 wins. That's how I call it. 1.5. 1 win, 1 draw. Right? But then who else have you fought that has a name? If he was trying to build his profile, right, he would have fought someone that had a name. Fight Dillian White. Remember that fight was on the table and it went through the shits, right? He passed on Rivas. So Dillian White fought Rivas. Dillian White has done a lot of people's dirty work. And the problem with Tyson Fury at this point, me counterpunching and critiquing Tyson Fury doesn't think he needs to build his profile because he feels that I'm already the king. I'm already the guy that never been beat. I'm the guy that took out the guy that makes me the lineal champ, right? And he will wear that fucking jacket forever. But you know what? Honestly, the jacket's getting old unless he can beat Deontay Wilder, you know? But I do get it on Tyson Fury's hand, you know? In his position, they're looking at it like, nope, if we're going to take an L, it's going to be with the top guy. It's going to be with a champion. It won't be Dillian White or somebody like Oscar Rivas, Mr. Upset Man, Upset King, right? They won't take a chance with someone like that because what could happen is all the money gets fucked up due to someone taking a risk. And again, I think they thought about AJ and his situation, and they did not want to be anywhere like AJ and then having to fight this guy again that you didn't anticipate on putting into the equation in the first place. That's the thing. That's the question, okay? So back to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury had a comeback. I don't think it was really much of one. I think the insult from Deontay Wilder won in this debacle, in this debate. I think Deontay had a valid point, and you couldn't argue with him. Otto Wallin, we don't know who that is. And to call yourself the king of the world, you got to fight the best fighters out there instead of calling them all bums and not fighting them. But anyway, that's my counterpunch. You guys tell me what you think about Tyson Fury's comments. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.